Welcome back, everybody. This video is going to once again prove just how rigged and scripted the world of professional sports is. If you're new here, we talk about the language of gematria. Gematria is Jewish mysticism, which comes from Kabbalah, which has the belief that God created the world with letters, numbers, and words. Think about the Bible, where God speaks the world into existence. We talk about 4 base ciphers. We talk about the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z is 26. The reverse alphabetic order, Z is 1, Y is 2, X is 3, up to A is 26. And then the alphabetic order and the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, meaning you break every letter down to a single digit. If you think it's the dumbest thing you've ever heard, you might want to pay attention to the fact that the Jesuits, who are the ones who control the world of rigged sports, who murder people by the numbers, who script your news and sports and government every single day, they don't think it's dumb, and they operate by this code every single day. And when you're aware of the code that they operate by, you're able to take advantage of it, such as in rigged sports. And on my Patreon page, which you can sign up for, the link will be in the comments section, we had this game pegged from late March. We had talked about how it was all about Leicester City, the death of Frank Worthington, and Leicester City, they were a monster payout. You know, they were paying over 3-1 to win this game. I don't like to make it about gambling, but at the same time, you know, you can profit off of this, because when you understand their code, you're able to see through rigged sports. And again, the language of gematria will assign 4 numerical values to any word, phrase, or letter. And what people need to understand is that Frank Worthington was murdered for this championship. And this is the stuff we need to put an end to. Murder by numbers. We need to put an end to these fake boogeymen, such as the fake pandemic going on right now, getting all these morons walking around with face diapers on. We need to expose what's really going on in the world, and this video is going to once again do that. So, Frank Worthington, born November 23rd, dropped dead on March 22nd. And that's a big number. If you know anything about the secret society at Yale called Skull and Bones, you'll know that they identify by the number 322. And March 22nd is the date written 322. It's written 223 in the UK, but the dates can be written either way. So, from Worthington's birthday to the FA Cup final was exactly 174 days. And notice Chelsea Football Club sums to 174. So does number of the beast. And that's when you run the alphabetic order, right? C, the 3rd letter, H, the 8th, E, the 5th, L, the 12th, S, the 19th, E, the 5th, A, the 1st. You add it all the way up, 174. Number of the beast in this cipher is also 174. The number of the beast is 666. And remember, Frank Worthington, what I want you to see is he dropped dead on March 22nd, and that's the 81st day of the year, and it was a date with 66 numerology. And notice Chelsea Football Club, when you run the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, which is the most important cipher, the cipher Manly P. Hall talks about in his book called The Secret Teachings of All Ages. He says this cipher, taking the alphabetic order and breaking it down, breaking every letter down to a single digit, is the most important cipher. They're all relevant. They're all interrelated based on the alphabetic order, but he says this is the most important. So does my man Zachary Hubbard, who I learned from. And notice the 81st day of the year, Leicester City sums to 81 when you run the alphabetic order in reverse with the rules of numerology. And this is what we pointed out March 22nd, how there was, you know, they were syncing it up for Chelsea and Leicester City. And again, Leicester was a monster payout. And in this same cipher, full reduction, number of the beast is also 66. Here is wisdom is 66. And again, Chelsea and Leicester City, their next game in the Premier League is against each other, and Leicester City enters that game with 66 points. Again, Chelsea Football Club 66, Number of the Beast 66, Here is Wisdom 66, and that game in the Premier League is being played in match week 36. And 666, the number of the beast, is the 36th triangular number, meaning when you add 1 through 36 together, it sums to 666. And Chelsea was 8-6 in FA Cup finals. They won 8. They were the runners-up 6 times. And what we had said was Frank Worthington, who used to play for Leicester City, he also used to play for Southampton, who was the opponent of Leicester City in the semifinals. His name in the most pure cipher sums to 87. And we said, look at that. We can look at what I wrote on the post right here. Chelsea will absolutely lose in the FA Cup finals, falling to 8-7 again against Leicester. And Frank Worthington's 87, and Frank Worthington used to play for Leicester City. Now, this edition of the FA Cup in 2021 was the 140th edition, and 140 is a lot like the number 14. You drop the 0, 140 is a lot like 14. And Leicester City was 0-4 in FA Cup finals, and they won their first FA Cup to become 1-4 in FA Cup finals, like how the word end sums to 14 in gematria, the most pure cipher. But what was the ultimate mockery and nail in the coffin was this right here. This game was all right. Chelsea, we talked about how, if you've been following this work for any extended period of time, we talk about how the number 44 is associated with death. And we said Chelsea is going to get their 44th loss in this game, all time in the FA Cup. Because remember, cancer, kill, chemo, military, infantry, trooper, officer, they're all 44. Execution, they're all 44. And we said, we're talking about the death of Frank Worthington, no doubt. Chelsea's getting that 44th loss. But look at Leicester City. Look at how they got their 66th all-time win in the FA Cup by winning the FA Cup over Chelsea Football Club. And they had 66 points in the Premier League right before this game. And their next match in the Premier League is against Chelsea. How perfect, right? And again, you just have to be completely brain dead to not see the obvious script that's right in front of your face. And if you're like me and you're in the United States and you think gematria is dumb, take a look at one of your bills, the $1 bill, the $2 bill, the 5, the 10, the 20, the 50, or the 100. By the way, when you add up those numbers, it's 188, and Bavarian Illuminati sums to 188 when you run the alphabetic order. That cipher's on your currency, and the Bavarian Illuminati was established by the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt. And Adam Weishaupt's 51, and the Bavarian Illuminati was established May 1st, 5/1. But there's a little bit more I wanted to talk about. Notice Leicester City, they win the game, and they score in the 63rd minute. And it was the only shot on goal they had in the entire game. I don't think it's a coincidence that Chelsea finished with 64% of possession when they have 64 points in the Premier League right now. But they score in the 63rd minute of the game. And again, everything about these games is perfectly rigged and scripted. And Leicester City, 63, when you run the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. So L, the 12th letter, 1 plus 2 is 3. E, the 5th letter, I, the 9th, C, the 3rd, E, the 5th, S, the 19th letter, 1 plus 9 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. T, the 20th letter, 2 plus 0 is 2. E, the fifth letter, R, the 18th, 1 plus 8 is 9. C, the third letter, I, the 9th, T, the 20th, 2 plus 0 is 2. Y, the 25th, 2 plus 5 is 7. Added up, 63. Again, not hard to see exactly what's going on. The next video I'm gonna put out on Patreon is gonna be on the Champions League final, and the next video I'm gonna put out publicly is gonna be talking about Sam Houston State, which was another correct prediction we had on Patreon, and why they won the rigged and scripted FCS National Championship in college football. That game just concluded today, May 16th, and how the trend of 7 continued in the world of sports. So if you think this is the dumbest thing you've ever heard, just know I'm not the dumb one. Till next time, guys.